It's me, John Laval. Excuse me. I want to tell you about Ventolin. Ventolin's used for asthmatics as a way to control respiratory problems. If you didn't know, some people don't if they're not asthmatic, but anyway, the asthmatics would know this. And the problem with Ventolin is it comes in two different forms. You can take it as a puffer, and you can also take it as a vaporized mask treatment, and it's all the same. And the one thing about Ventolin is it suppresses the tension in the lungs, so the lungs relax and you can breathe after you've had a treatment. The only thing that a lot of people don't know is also relaxes the esophagus and the stomach too. And the stomach is a muscle. It's a muscle used to digest food. It actually needs the food. It's squishing it and everything else and forming it so that it can go down into what they call the small intestine, which is really about the size of maybe about the size of your thumb. So it's got to get all this food down there, and it troughs it down like a funnel, but it works it. It goes into a spasmodic state in order to do this, and this is why it takes like 20-30 minutes to get it down into the small intestine. The entire digestive system takes much longer, but it takes that at least that long to get it going into the small intestine. And when you take Ventolin, you've actually relaxed that muscle. And people know, like I take Ventolin myself, people know that if like I take a vaporized version of it, and it's basically 10 times more potent than the puffer is. And like I'll go out, say to a store or something, I'm just shaking, my legs are shaking, my arms are shaking, I'm having a hard time remaining standing up because I'm shaking so bad, my head's shaking. People are looking at me, figure he's got some other disease that has to do with muscle control. And that's what happens when you take Ventolin. It starts to relax everything, not just it gets into the bloodstream, and now the muscles are affected, but the digestive system as a whole is affected. Even your bladder is affected. Sometimes you can't pee because the bladder won't go into a spasm, indicating that you have to go to the bathroom. It's too relaxed. So I've had it where my bladder felt like it was going to explode, but it just wouldn't let anything out. And Ventolin is a real problem. It's not a really great drug. It relieves your symptoms of breathing, which can be a real concern because it can be, when you can't breathe, it's like breathing through a straw. Get to a point where it's frightening. So you're getting actually mental relief too, because you get to a point where you're almost paranoid if you don't get start getting some air. But so the other stuff really doesn't get recognized, and that's why you should try and minimize the amount of Ventolin you use, because if you have stomach problems for long enough time, it'll start to affect other things in your body, and your health will deteriorate sooner than it would normally. So anyways, that was my what I want to tell you about Ventolin.